So it is 21:54 p.m. Thursday night. So originally, rewind back about 6 hours ago, I had a video done, but the motherfucking app decided to delete my video. Yeah, so here's the remix of the video. So this is for, and they're all three black related, which is kind of funny. I didn't realize that at the time. So I'm doing 1999's Hot Boys, 2020's Lovecraft Country Season 1, and I May Destroy You from 2020 as well. So, yeah, that was some. I was so motherfucking mad. Anyway, so I watched Hot Boys. Oh my god. That's funny. It's a decent 6.2 out of 10. Like, it's worth like a watch or two. That's about it. Master P wrote and directed it. Yes, the rapper Master P. But I have to give him props though. Like, he did a smart thing. He did a smart thing when it came to the marketing, because a lot of movies, they have to get licensing approvals for shit and whatnot. So Master P, being Master P, he hooked everybody up in film with No Limit clothing. The soundtrack features everybody from No Limit Records, just about, and Snoop Dogg as well. Snoop's in the movie. Um, the movie is about Cool, whose girlfriend gets framed for murder for dead cop and shit, and she dies. He turns to a life of crime. Clifton Powell's in this as well, and Cool ends up dying anyway. Oh god. Like, I get what Master P was trying to do. His real name's Percy Miller, which is interesting. Like, okay. I mean, I like the name Percy. Like, it's very vintage and very old school. Um, but I wouldn't name my kid Percy, so anyway. I get what he was trying to do with it, but man, the film came out so fucking bad. Like, the funniest scene is the girlfriend getting beat up. Now, you're like, oh god, he likes domestic violence. That gets his dick off. Like, no, it's just funny the way the dude did it. Like, oh my god. Cop's like, I'm gonna beat the holy shit out of you. I'm like, oh god. It was just so damn funny. Because it has every 90s aesthetic in there. It has the over the top action scenes, it has the shit dialogue. But I would say Hot Boys is like, it's like King of New York, New Jack City, and Boys in the Hood. It's a gangster film, but it's slow and kind of shitty in the beginning, and then it picks up speed after that. But it's so funny. It has all the cliche signs of the '90s, and I'm not saying it as a diss on the '90s, but just it has that. You can tell Master P really likes the '90s aesthetics and shit, and I love that about him. That's funny. Um, what did I like the most? Clifton Powell. I love that motherfucker. If you had to do a measuring stick of black actors and shit, I would put Clifton Powell above not only Keith David, but right beside Idris Elba. And I love Idris Elba. Mm-mm-mm. I love a lot of black actors, but Clifton Powell is definitely one of the underrated kings in acting for sure. Like, you throw him in any kind of movie, and that motherfucker will shine like a bitch. He shines so goddamn good and doesn't get enough credit for it. In my opinion, he don't get enough credit. He's really fucking good. I would love to see him write and direct a film. I would love to see that. Oh my god. um, what else? Yeah, that's about it for Hot Boys. Like, the movie is really good. Like, the opening Yeah, the opening car chase, that's fucking epic. I love the shit out of that. But the frame up and the story with the girl just kind of stupid and dumb. Gary Busey's in it too, which surprised me. I didn't know that. I was like, ah. Because when I saw the post, when I saw the pick for Hot Boys, I was like, oh, this is probably just like gang related or poetic justice or some shit. No, not at all. Totally different. Same genres, but way different and whatnot. Um, yeah, Clifton Powell's character Saint, I like him. He's fucking awesome in this movie. But yeah, Hot Boys just it's good, but not like superb good. It's more like one of those you can kick back and laugh at it because of how shitty it is. But it's like a good kind of shitty, you know? And there's a lot of artists in it that I didn't recognize at first. I didn't recognize Mystical. Holy shit. Because I saw his face, like, that's not Mystical. It can't be. Because this motherfucker's got many dreads that it's like parted. It looks so bad. He looks like a brother on the DL. Like, oh my god. Like, I grew up with Mystical through his music and shit. I never saw him act before, so I'm like, who is this motherfucker? I was like, man, your hairline is receding, dog. Get rid of them shits. Oh man, trying to imagine him with a fucking fro. Like, nah, I ain't gonna have him. No. Let's see here. I May Destroy You. That really, for 2020, that was a huge, to me, that was hugely groundbreaking. Arabella, yeah, yeah, Michaela, who plays Arabella, was raped, and it shows the spiraling out factor from being raped. And I love how she evolves over the series and comes to terms with her rape and how it's explored in London as well and black culture as well. Like, because every time you see something about rape, it's always about peach folk. And I'm like, okay, cool. I get that. Like, you get the surface of it and whatnot. And it always turns into, like, fucking revenge and shit. And it's just, I mean, well, yeah, there's always a revenge angle for it. But for me, it's just so played out. Whereas with, SVU, they'll showcase that and they're like, oh, yeah. Yeah, the victim was blah, 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 blah. She was raped with a wooden object or splinters in her vagina and all this blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. But they rarely touch on the psychological side of it. That's the thing that's missed in a lot of rape films is they don't touch on the psychological aspect of it. Or some do, but some don't. This one was more, it went there. Like, it went all out. Like, it touched on Arabella's rape, Kwame's rape, and I was blown away. I was like, wow, this is really fucking good. And the fact that it takes place in London, like, that was even better. I was like, oh, finally. Accents I love. Like, I get so tired of that American shit where it's like, you find that you see all these different actors and actresses together and they all have different accents. And then they do an American accent. It's like, what the fuck? But I'm glad that it wasn't, like American based. Like, that would have really irritated the shit out of me. But yeah, I May Destroy You. That shit was. It really put a whole new face on rape culture and how it affects the black community. And I never knew this. I never knew any of this shit. This is all new to me. Like, okay, cool. Now I'm learning something new about the other half of my race. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, that was a solid 11. I hope the show comes back, but I don't know. I do love the way Michaela showcased this. Like, she really did a good fucking job. Like, wow. Like, I hope she comes back with more projects like this or something similar to it, because shit. um, and then we got Lovecraft Country. That I love the fuck out of. Season 1, my biggest beef with that was they killed too many motherfuckers off. They did. They killed way too many main characters off. Tick gets killed off. Montrose gets killed off. Um, Uncle gets killed off. Christina gets killed off. Who else? The brother gets killed off. The the father Braithwaite gets killed off. And the thing with Lovecraft Country is Tick goes on a journey to find out that he is the last living descendant of Titus Braithwaite. That's the motherfucker's name. Yeah. And I love it. Like, it's set in 58 or 62. So it's got that you have the racial tension and shit. I love the hell out of it. I love the setting. I love the characters. The whole series is amazing, and it's so beautiful how Misha Green, J.J. Abrams, and Jordan Peele adapted H.P. Lovecraft into a series. I love that a lot. That's really amazing to me. Like, I can't believe that they came together and actually, brought the book to life, but also, brought Lovecraft to front and center. Like, there needs to be more Lovecraft films and shows. That's what I love. There's very few of them. There's, obviously the books. You have the Call of Cthulhu, instant classic. I haven't read it though, but I know it's good. I have the Cthulhu Mythos. I have watched Howard Lovecraft trilogy. Oh man, that felt good. That's one. Yeah, Lovecraft trilogy, the CGI trilogy. It might be off-putting, but that shit is dark as fuck. Like, I loved it. It was good. Um, what else was there? There is an underrated Lovecraft film you might not have seen called Cast a Deadly Spell from 92. Yeah, 92 or 93. I like that. That really surprised the shit out of me. One, it has Fred from Tremors in it. And I love him. Oh god, I fucking love him so much. But the thing that really sold me was that it was Lovecraft oriented. I was like, ooh, this is gonna be nice. And it really was. It really surprised me. It was a definite I think like a 7, 8 out of 10 for me. I know I did a review on it on Facebook, but I don't remember. It was around that number, but it was like really fucking good. But yeah, like, to me, there's not enough Lovecraft entertainment around. Like, there's the Cthulhu video games they've had out. I watched the game movie for the Cthulhu game. That was good. It could have been better. I've seen Dagon. That was really good. That fucked me up the first time I watched it. Oof. I still want to see Cthulhu on the big screen, honestly. Like, shit. Just to see his ass in 3D, just rising out of the ocean. In D-Box. Oh, wet dream. But yeah, back to Lovecraft Country. Like, my favorite characters out of that series, Letty, Tick. I mean, like, I was on edge with that show. Every week I was on edge. And one of the best moments was not only Tick getting his protective beast, or whatever the hell that thing was, but also Hippolyta, her journey through time, space and time. That really was amazing because I follow a artist on Twitter named Afua Richardson. And when Hippolyta said her name, she tweeted that she bawled because she is one of the artists that helped create the comic in the series, or Thonica, or yeah, something like that. But yeah, like she was bawling. I was like, oh, it's so beautiful. Because someone asked Hippolyta who her influence was, and she said her influence was, and she said a woman named Afua. I was like, oh, that's beautiful. And I was like, I knew her. Oh man. I like Montrose, played by the amazing Michael K. Williams. Fun fact about his ass. You know the scar on his face? He didn't, before he got that scar, no acting agency would touch him. Nope. Once he got that scar and shit, he started getting roles. Crazy. Yeah. And if you've seen him before, he is most memorable as Omar from The Wire. Like, oh, that's another damn good series that I love to death. Oh, so good. That is the spiritual successor to Homicide: Life on the Street. I love that. I love both of them. Fuck. um, who did I love in I May Destroy You? Definitely Arabella, because that PTSD, like, it didn't click with me at first, but now looking back on it, yeah, I totally can understand that and see it. And the spiraling factor, I've done that a lot. um, yeah, Arabella, Kwani, um, yeah, that was about it from there that I liked. And from Hot Boys, I liked Saint the most. He was like my favorite. But also, mad props to the cop who says going to beat the holy shit out of that girl. Because it was funny. Because the thing about that scene where the girl getting beat is that it was an aerial shot. So it's like down. So they're like looking down at both of them. And he's pointing at her and she's like this. So you can tell he read the lines and then threw them down over the scene, which is funny. But I have to say, I do like I like Master P's approach to making a movie. He does love his 90s aesthetics. Oh yeah, I did mention that he gave everybody no limit clothing, and everybody from the label was in it, basically. Um, but yeah, like he saved on that marketing shit. That was smart, smart man. So out of these three, which one is the best? That's a tough choice. I can go with I May Destroy You for its psychological factor and putting a face on rape culture, which is nice. Or a new face on rape culture. I can do Hot Boys a little bit, but not too much because whatever. um, I can put it on Lovecraft Country because I love my supernatural horror shows. And Lovecraft lore is amazing. And I love how they built up the mythos for Lovecraft Country. But they killed too many motherfuckers off. Like, to me, like, if you're going to lay out a season one for the network to go for, like, you have to please, like, you have to appease the test audience and you have to sell your pitch. Perfect. But if you're gonna kill off like so many main characters in the first season, that's kind of hard to follow up with a season two. Am I excited for a season two? Fuck yes, I'm excited for season two. Will we get one? I don't know. It all depends on the network renewing it. COVID. Well, yeah, COVID, then the network. Um, But yeah, I would love to see them come back, but I don't know how the hell they would do a season 2 with everybody, most of the cast dead. Like shit. Anyway, so if you don't like any of these because they're all black lead, you won't enjoy this at all because you might be A, a racist, B, you just don't like black folk, or C, you just have very poor taste. Um, if you enjoy gangster films, rape culture, Spotlight, and Lovecraft, you will totally enjoy these. If not, totally understand. If you don't like them at all, I wholeheartedly accept that, and I understand. Everybody has their choices and their preferences, and I'm not gonna force you to watch something. This is just my opinion on the shit. Like for me, like Hot Boys is a 6.2 out of 10. I May Destroy You is a perfect 11. Lovecraft Country season 1. It's an 11, but honestly, it's more of an 8.5 out of 10. Like, it's really damn good, but killing all them motherfuckers off. Come on, man. This is wrong. Unless they're building up to do more with everybody else. I don't know. But yeah, like, they really, like, that was some beautiful fucking shit, though. I loved it. So, that's what I got. So, I'm gonna get off of here. Hopefully, this motherfucker will upload. So, yeah. So, I'll be back sometime this week, or what's left of the week. So, till next time, like and subscribe for thoughts and prayers.